everyone, welcome to our latest edition of our online virtual Starshine Yoga and Mindfulness session. I hope you're well, I hope you're safe, I hope you've been having fun in the sun. And if you are somebody that checks out my social media channels on Facebook and Instagram with your mum or dad, you will have seen that last week was National Mental Health Awareness Week and the theme was kindness. So on each day last week, there was different acts of kindness that you could have a go at. So maybe if you didn't do it last week, you can have a little look for the poster on my Facebook or Instagram channel, and you will see there are different challenges for you to do each day, so different acts of kindness. So one day it might be, can you make a cup of tea for somebody? Maybe you can make a cup of tea for mum or dad. One day, maybe can you write a letter to somebody or send a postcard? Maybe you can write a letter to your grandma or grandpa. And on the last day, it talked about being kind to yourself, because it's really important to be kind to other people, but actually the person that you need to start with being kind to is yourself, and not being hard on yourself, but being kind to you. So we're going to do some kindness breathing this morning to start with, and also you're going to need some equipment today. You're going to need a mirror for our breathing, or if you don't have a little pocket mirror like this, you can go over to a big mirror in your house. You're going to need something to play toga with, as we're going to be playing our toga game. So something like pom-pom balls or cotton wool balls. Remember those little objects that you can pick up with your toes. And then we're going to do something really exciting at the end of our session. We're going to do some mindful eating, which I'm really excited for. But I'm going to talk a bit more about that at the end. So when you're ready, when you've got your bits, and if you haven't got a mirror, I'm going to talk to you about what we're going to do first, and then you can go and find a mirror. So we're going to do something called our mirror breath. And as we do it, we're going to send out thoughts of kindness. Thinking about our mental health week last week, thinking about the theme of kindness. So with mirror breath, you're going to take a big deep breath in through your nose, and you're going to breathe out of your mouth onto the mirror, because I want you to be able to see your breath. So when you finish this, you're going to need to give the mirror a quick clean for mum or dad, because you will be getting it a little bit dirty with your breath. So I'm going to take a big deep breath in and I'm going to show you on the camera. Okay, so you should see the mirror steam up with your breath. And as you do it, I want you to think of somebody with each of your breaths that you want to send kind thoughts to. And you're going to say their name out loud, okay? So for example, I'm going to do Isla. And I've said my little baby girl's name. I'm sending kind thoughts to her first. So we're going to do 5 breaths. So you're going to see each breath on the mirror, and you're going to say the name of 5 different people that you want to send kind thoughts to. Okay, so when you're ready, you might want to go off to a mirror in the house and do this. Okay, you might want to close your eyes. So big deep breath in. Isla. Ready? Breath number 2. Think about who you're going to send that kind thoughts to. Big deep breath in. Ali. Have a look. Can you see your breath? If you can't see your breath, then you need to do a bigger yoga breath. Okay, because you should be able to see on the mirror. Big deep breath in. Mum. We're going to do 2 more kind mirror breaths. Ready? Big deep breath in. Dad. And the last one, think about the last person you want to send kind thoughts to. Big deep breath in. Okay, good. So remember, you'll need to give those mirrors a clean when you've finished our yoga mindfulness session today. Okay, coming up into stick pose, because we're going to warm up our bodies with our sun sequence. So we're just going to do our sun sequence as normal. My turn, your turn this week. Okay, so when you're ready, stick, hands, reach to the sun, elephant, 1, 2, 3, ball, curly whirly 1, curly whirly 2, curly whirly 3, curly whirly 4, stick. Excellent, well done guys. Okay, we're going to start with moving all of our bodies before we play toga, because I want to see how many of our yoga moves that we introduced last week you can remember. Okay, remember there were 5 new yoga moves. So first of all, can you show me cobra pose? Cobra pose. I'm going to let you do it at home first before I join you with it. Good, so hopefully you're on your tummies. Hopefully you haven't got confused between shark and cobra, because they were both on our stomachs. So remember cobra, we've got our hands by our sides and we're lifting our chests and upper parts of our stomachs up and looking up. Good, holding it here for 5, legs out straight, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Good, okay. The next pose I'd like you to show me at home is warrior 1. That warrior 1 pose that we learnt. Have a think, can you remember warrior 1 pose? Good, hopefully you've taken a big step forward with one of your legs and bent that front knee, keeping your back leg straight and making sure your knee doesn't go over your toes. Good, and your arms are hopefully pointing straight up to the ceiling, fingers pointing. Good, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, try not to wobble, 1, and relax. Good, but we're going to go straight into our other leg. We're going to change legs. So swap round your legs, back leg straight, front leg bent. Focus on something in front of you that's fixed to help you balance. Good, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent, good job. Okay, the next pose I'd like you to show me was that pretzel pose. And I'll give you a clue, this is the sitting pose that we twist round in. So remember, we started in good sitting, and then we lifted one foot over our knee. With our arm going behind us, we twisted round, we gave our knee a hug, and twisted round to look behind our shoulders. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, but change sides, go straight into your other side. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Excellent. Okay, so we've done Cobra, Warrior 1, and Pretzel. Can you remember at home, can you show me Shark Pose? Good, so remember, we're back onto our stomachs, but this time our arms are sent behind our bodies, lifted off the mat, so are our legs, and so are our chins and our chests. Good, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Well done. Okay, last pose was that tricky balance. Can you remember what it was called? I'm going to show you, and I'm going to see if you can shout at your screen what it was. What was this pose called? You're right, well done, it's aeroplane pose. So when you're ready, we're going to come into that balance, and remember to look at something in front of you that's fixed, that's still, to help you with that balance. So take a big step forward, arms come out either side to help us balance, and as we lift that back leg, we drop down low with the front of our bodies. Good, pointing those back toes, holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, focus, 1, and relax. Good. Oh, hopefully you're really feeling it in that leg that you were balancing on. We're going to change legs and do the other side. So big step forward with the other leg, arms to either side, bring that back leg back, lifting it up, focus, pointing those toes, holding it for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1, and relax. Ooh, excellent. Give your legs, those legs a shake. Okay, so time for toga. So, you might want to pause while you spread out your toga object. I'm going to spread mine around the mat. Remember, they can't start on the mat. They're going to be just off the mat. And I'm going to give us 1 minute on the timer to see how many we can pick up with our toes. Remember, you're not allowed to pick them up with your hands. You've got to pick them up just with your toes and get them on the mat. And you can't roll them on. So when I last did this, the score I had to beat was 66. So I'm going to see if I can get more than 66 today. I wonder if you did this with us before, if you can remember your score. If you're going to try and beat it each time. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to put a minute on our timer. Ready, steady, go. Remember, you might be able to pick up more than one at a time with your toes. So flexing, stretching, bending those toes. You might want to use both feet. Or you might have one foot that you think is a lot better. Keep going. I think I'm going to beat 66 today. Oh, some of mine are really small and really hard to pick up. And stop. Okay, time to count how many you got. And let me know, send me a message and tell me how many you got. Okay, I got 58. So I didn't quite beat my last score. How many did you get? Did you beat your last score? Okay, well done. So time for our mindfulness relaxation. And this week I'm excited to tell you that we're doing mindfulness eating. So let me explain what we mean by mindfulness eating. Because as you know, that being mindful means to be present and to enjoy what's going on right now and to not think about what's happened earlier or what might happen later, but we're bringing all our attention to now, to this moment. And lots of the time when we're eating breakfast or lunch or dinner, we don't really think about what it is that we're eating. A lot of the time we eat because we know we have to eat breakfast, and maybe sometimes we rush it to go and play the next game, or we rush it to get somewhere. And actually it's much better and it's much more healthy for our bodies and our digestive systems to slow down our eating if we can, and to really think about what we're eating, what it tastes like, using all of our senses, what it looks like, what it smells like, what it sounds like as we eat it, and to slow down our chewing, because the more we chew food, the better it will digest, and we've got less chance of getting things like stomach aches. So today, I want you to find something yummy in your kitchen. So I've got some chocolate that I'm going to use today for our mindful eating, or maybe you might find something really healthy like strawberries, a piece of fruit. You can do this activity with anything small, but I just want you to go and find a small piece of food and bring it back to your yoga mat, and bring it back to wherever you are doing your yoga session today. Okay, so you might pause me while you go and get your food. Okay, so I'm going to take a little piece of chocolate, and I want you to do the same with your piece of food. So first of all, I don't want you to eat it yet, because we're going to really be mindful in our eating today. We're going to slow it down. And I wouldn't expect you to eat every piece of little food this slowly, but I just want to show you what mindful eating looks like. So the first thing I want you to do before you eat it, I want you to have a good look at what it is you're eating, because I bet you don't really do this. We don't really do this. I can see on my piece of food it says the word Cadbury. It's got jaggedy, rough edges where it's been broken off. It's got different colours in it because there's some dime in this chocolate. I want you to now smell it. Oh, what does it smell like? Mine smells really sweet. I can smell a little bit of saltiness from the dime. It smells quite rich. I want you to really give it a good feel. Hopefully you've got clean hands. What does it feel like? Mine, like I said, mine's got rough, jaggedy, almost pointy edges, but it feels smooth on the top and the bottom. It's got a little bit of a lump. I'll come and show you a little bit of a ridge. Okay. What I want you to do is take a little bite off it and start to chew it slowly. How does it feel in your mouth? Is it hard? Is it soft? Can you chew it easily? Does it melt? I can taste the sweet chocolate in my piece, but the salty, crunchy pieces of dime, I'm going to take another bite. You might want to put yours all in now and really listen to the sound as you eat whatever you're eating, and really think about the flavours that you can taste. And how does it feel as you swallow it? Mine kind of feels silky as it runs down my throat. Tastes delicious. So you can see, just from doing that little piece of mindful eating, that we've really just been focusing on what we've been eating. I didn't think about anything else just then. I was thinking about what my chocolate, what my piece of food looked like, tasted like, smelt like, sounded like, felt like. And sometimes we even need to chew our food about 20 times for us to really digest it well. So when you eat your next meal after this session, whatever it will be, lunch or dinner or breakfast, I want you to try and eat a little bit more mindfully. So a bit more slowly and really paying attention to what it is you're eating and what it tastes, smells and feels like. And you can spend a little bit longer doing that mindful eating. But hopefully you enjoyed that. It made you think a little bit more about that food and about enjoying it. And it made you just concentrate on the food and not think about anything else. And hopefully you enjoyed it. So I'm going to finish with a namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this session. Remember that theme of kindness, being kind to others but kind to yourself, and go and enjoy some more mindful eating. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.